and my passion is to help you create, manage, and grow your online presence using your WordPress website. Today, I want to talk to you about a passion project I've been working on. Now, this is something that I have created for myself, and I just thought I'd throw it out there and see if anyone else was interested while I'm getting some printed. So anyway, I created this planner, and being a busy mom of 5 and learning how to manage a household and homeschool and be an entrepreneur, there's a lot of things to keep track of. And I've tried all kinds of planners. I've tried paper planners. I've tried digital planners. I've tried all the things. And through the years, I mean, we're talking 20 plus years that I have studied and learned and trial and error. I've talked to some really smart people. I've read some books written by some really smart people. And what I've come up with is my own planner sheets that are basically my trial and error of all the things that I've studied or tried myself. So this is the condensed version, the simmered down thick sauce. This is what I have decided works the best for me. And so I've compiled it all into one planner, and that was the big deal for me. And that's what kind of got me thinking about creating a planner is I'd have a sheet for this and a sheet for that, or I'd have certain things in one planner and certain things in another planner. And I just felt like I was all over the place. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to create my own planner with the sheets that I use, with the format and that I use, and put it in one book so I have one thing. And friends, I did that. I created a planner, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what's inside of the planner. One of the very most important things that I have learned through the years is to be thankful. So every morning I get up really early before my household is loud and busy, and I spend a little bit of time just being quiet. And I get in touch with, I usually sit outside or sit in my living room in front of the fireplace, and I drink my lemon water and I think about what I'm thankful for. And so I have a sheet in the planner that is specifically about gratitude. It's a daily sheet, and it's about just recognizing gratitude. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's literally the simplest things. You'd laugh. And so there's prompts on here of how to think through that. And then you're going to write down things that you want in your life, like dreams or goals, but you're going to write them. The trick is you're going to write them as if you already have them. So this sheet is completely self-explanatory. There's prompts on there. It explains what the deal is behind it and why I created it the way it is. It gives you prompts on how to think through it and how to complete it. But I've been doing this, and it's completely changed my attitude. And there is science behind that our brains can be retrained, and we can basically rewire our brains. And so by practicing an attitude of gratitude, that's what you're doing. And so it was very important for me, being the head of, the mom in the household, that I needed to keep a good attitude. And sometimes I needed to face some really hard days and still smile and and be honest about what was going on, but not let it defeat me, and show some resilience. And also, being an entrepreneur, it's super important to, we can have some really hard days. We can have days where we feel like giving up, and we wouldn't be entrepreneurs if we gave up. And we certainly wouldn't be successful entrepreneurs if we gave up. Excuse me. So practicing an attitude of gratitude helps us be resilient, and it helps rewire the patterns in our brain so that we can continue to fight for those goals that we want. The other thing that is in this planner is I like to set intentions for the week. So I usually do this on Saturday. It doesn't always have to be Saturday. It's whatever day works for you, but that's the day that I like to set intentions for the week. And so I do that for business and for personal. And so for business, I like to set a goal, and it's usually a monetary goal, and then how I'm going to reach out to my community and connect with people to reach that goal. And then there's some other items in there that are very strategic for planning out your week and how you're going to proceed with reaching that goal. And then personally, it's like a Sunday through Saturday kind of a bird's eye view of what's going on in the household, who has what going on, what days, and what needs to get done, what needs to get bought, and who do I need to write a letter to. So that's kind of setting the intentions for my week. and what needs to happen that week. And then the daily sheet. And the daily sheet is really the very important thing that keeps me on track. And one thing about the daily sheet is, just like everything else in this planner, it's very much about mindfulness and intention, because that's how we really keep ourselves motivated and keep things to the front and center and focused. Us as creatives, I don't know about you, but myself as a creative, I tend to go down rabbit tracks and I get distracted. And so to eliminate that, if I set my intention for the week and for the day, it really helps me. So my daily sheet has an intention right at the top, and there's prompts there as well to help you think through that. And it's right at the top. So as you work through your day and you look at your appointments and you look at your to-dos, it's going to be right there, and it's a mindful thing. So you're going to remember, it'll trigger your mind to stay focused on that intention as you work through your day. Now, I use an electronic planner. I use my Google Calendar for all my appointments to alarm me. So this doesn't go into a lot of detail about your, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 5 a.m. appointments, but it does have a little bit, because even though I use my electronics to alarm me for appointments, I think that's like the most important thing for me, just so it's there and alarms me if I step away. I still really like to see things in black and white and on paper. Like I said before, I tried digital planners and they didn't work for me. I like to have a planner that I can reference back to, and I can look at it and go back and look. I can't tell you how many times I've gone back to see what happened at a certain day or what notes I wrote on a day. So there's a to-do, there's notes for the day, there's tracking like a habit tracker, there's the top 3 to-dos, and then the thing that I feel is most helpful for me with the daily format that I created is a space for journaling. And it isn't necessarily just journaling what happened in the day or some significant thing that you're thinking of. I like to write things down. Even in the night, I think of things and I like to write them down. So it can be used for that. But also this piece of being in touch with how we're feeling. Like, did we eat something that affected how we felt today? Did we not get enough sleep and it affected how we felt today? Or was today a great day and what did we do right so that we can do it again? So how are we feeling? Really getting in tune with our feelings and practicing some emotional literacy here, because emotions are real and we need to be aware so that they can work for us and not against us. So as entrepreneurs, that's super important. As moms, that's super important. As partners and in relationships, it's super important to understand our emotions and be in touch with them. And so just a little space to journal and reference back and just kind of glean the good things out of your day and learn if you had some bad things, maybe what kind of contributed to that. So anyway, if you are interested in hearing more about this planner, or if you have any questions, or if you'd like to pre-order the planner, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Are you interested?